What if someone knew every fear you have, every weakness you hide, every move you're about to make, and even the exact things that bring you the greatest joy or the deepest pain? Wouldn't it become much easier for them to influence your decisions? That's why people often say that knowledge is power. But there's another side to that truth. Just as knowing more about someone helps you make better decisions, revealing too much about yourself can also give other people the opportunity to manipulate your choices. One lesson that appears repeatedly in Machiavellian philosophy is this: not every truth should be shared with everyone. Wisdom isn't just about honesty. It's also about knowing what to say, when to say it, and who deserves to hear it. That doesn't mean you should become suspicious of everyone or distance yourself from the people you love. It simply means that trust should be earned, and personal information should be shared with care. Powerful people don't always lie, but they understand exactly when to speak, how much to reveal, and who should hear it. So the question is, what are the 9 things every wise person should avoid revealing too easily? Let's begin with the first, and perhaps the most important one. Rule 1. Never tell everyone about your biggest goals. Have you ever noticed that some people stay completely silent about their biggest dreams until they've already achieved them? That's not luck. It's strategy. Human nature is strange. Not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some people will genuinely support you. Others will discourage you, laugh at your ambitions, or slowly chip away at your confidence without even realizing it. One important lesson from Machiavellian thinking is that real power isn't displayed through loud announcements. It reveals itself through well-timed actions. The moment you announce your goals to everyone, people begin forming opinions about your plans. Some will try to stop you. Some will compare themselves to you. Others will simply talk. And before you know it, your focus shifts away from your work and toward their reactions. But the person who remains silent invests energy in results, not words. Imagine 2 people. The first one constantly tells everyone, "I'm going to build a huge business." The second says nothing. Instead, they quietly work every single day. Months later, the first person is still talking. The second has already built the business. People don't respect promises. They respect results. So don't reveal your biggest goals to everyone. Protect them with consistent action. When success finally arrives, your achievements will speak louder than any announcement ever could. Rule 2. Never reveal your greatest weakness. Have you ever trusted someone enough to reveal your deepest weakness, only to hear that same weakness thrown back at you later during an argument, a joke, or even an insult? That's one of the hardest truths about human nature. Not everyone who listens to your story wishes you well. Some people don't just hear your vulnerabilities, they remember them. And when the right moment comes, that information can be used to weaken your confidence or influence your decisions. One timeless lesson is simple. Anyone who holds the key to your greatest weakness may also hold the power to control you. This doesn't mean you should never trust anyone. It simply means trust should be earned slowly, not given blindly. Imagine a warrior preparing for battle. Before the fight begins, he tells the entire city exactly where his shield is broken. Where do you think the enemy will strike? Exactly there. Life works the same way. True wisdom isn't about hiding from your weaknesses. It's about strengthening them quietly. Spend less time telling people where you're vulnerable, and more time making sure those weaknesses no longer exist. Remember, the world rarely searches for your strengths first. It looks for your weak spots. Turn them into strengths, and let people notice only the results. Rule 3. Never share your financial details. Have you ever noticed how people's behavior changes the moment they find out how much money you earn, how much you own, or how much you've saved? Some people suddenly respect you more. Some begin expecting favors. Others quietly start comparing themselves to you. Money has a powerful influence on human behavior. One important lesson from strategic thinking is that not every form of power needs to be displayed publicly. Sometimes privacy protects you better than attention ever could. The more people know about your finances, the more likely they are to judge you based on your bank account instead of your character. Some may repeatedly ask for financial help. Some may become jealous. Others may try to influence your decisions for their own benefit. But people who keep their finances private allow others to know them for who they truly are, not for what they own. Remember, the greatest display of wealth isn't showing it. It's managing it wisely. Your income is not your identity, and protecting your financial privacy is one of the smartest investments you can make. Rule 4. Never reveal your future plans too early. Have you ever noticed what happens the moment you announce a big plan? People immediately start giving advice. They point out every possible flaw. Some tell you why it will never work. Slowly, your excitement begins to fade. That's why truly wise people don't make noise about their next move. They simply make it happen. One of the greatest lessons from strategic thinking is this: a strategy is most powerful when it remains hidden until the right moment. Think about a skilled chess player. Would they reveal their next 5 moves before the game even begins? Of course not, because the moment your opponent knows your strategy, they begin changing theirs. Life works the same way. The moment people know your next step, some will try to discourage you. Some will copy your ideas. Others may even create obstacles to slow you down. The quiet person doesn't waste energy explaining the future. They invest it in preparing for it. They speak less, work more, and let their results tell the story. Remember, announcements may earn applause, but only results earn respect. So keep your future plans to yourself. Protect them with discipline, patience, and consistent action. When your vision becomes reality, success will speak on your behalf. Rule 5. Protect your family's private matters. Have you ever noticed that some people listen to your personal stories with great sympathy? Yet somehow those same stories eventually reach someone else. That's where trust begins to break. Not everyone who shows interest in your private life genuinely cares about your well-being. Sometimes people collect information, only to use it later to judge you, spread rumors, or manipulate you emotionally. One timeless lesson is this: anything that protects your strength and stability deserves to be protected. Your family isn't just a part of your life. For many people, it's their greatest source of strength, and at the same time, their greatest responsibility. That's why not every family disagreement, not every personal struggle, and not every private conversation belongs in public. Imagine a castle. Its strongest walls are visible to everyone, but its most important defenses remain hidden inside. If the people living in that castle handed out its secret blueprint to everyone, how long would it remain secure? Life isn't much different. Being wise doesn't mean hiding everything. It means carefully choosing what to share, when to share it, and with whom. There will always be moments when speaking to trusted family members, close friends, or professional counselors is the right decision. But turning every private matter into public information often creates unnecessary risks. Remember, the people who protect their personal boundaries are usually the ones who protect their peace the longest. Not every truth belongs to the world. Some truths become your strength precisely because they remain private. Rule 6. Don't make a show of every success. Have you ever noticed that the more you display every achievement, the more people's reactions begin to change? Some will congratulate you, some will admire you, but others will quietly wait for the day you fail. That's another reality of human nature. One lesson from strategic thinking is simple. Real power doesn't need constant display. Sometimes humility is far more impressive than attention. Think about the highest mountain on Earth. It never announces that it's the tallest. Its presence speaks for itself. The same is true for truly successful people. They spend less time talking about their achievements and more time raising the quality of their work, because they understand something important. The more you seek validation through success, the more you invite comparison, expectation, and envy. This doesn't mean you should hide your accomplishments. It simply means they shouldn't become your entire identity. Your greatest achievement isn't what you've already done. It's your ability to keep growing. Remember, noise may attract attention, but quiet excellence earns lasting respect. Let your work speak louder than your words. Create a life where your achievements introduce you long before you ever have to. Rule 7. Never announce your next move. Have you ever wondered why some people remain completely silent and then suddenly achieve something that leaves everyone shocked? It's not always because they were luckier than everyone else. More often, it's because they never allowed their strategy to become public. Human nature works in predictable ways. The moment people know what you're planning next, they begin adjusting their own actions. Some will try to stop you. Some will copy your ideas. Others will secretly hope you fail. That's why one timeless principle remains true. The strongest strategy is often the one no one sees coming. Imagine an archer. Would they announce exactly where the arrow is going to land before releasing it? Of course not. The element of surprise disappears the moment your intentions become public. Life works the same way. Speak less. Prepare more. Let people wonder what you're building instead of explaining it to them. Words create expectations. Results remove all doubt. The wisest people don't announce their next move. They reveal it only after it's already changed their lives. Rule 8. Never reveal your emotional triggers to everyone. Have you ever noticed how some people always seem to know exactly what to say to make you angry, or exactly which words will hurt you the most? Sometimes it isn't an accident. It's because they already know where your emotional wounds are. The moment someone understands what easily upsets you, they also discover one of the easiest ways to influence you. This is why emotional discipline has always been considered a form of strength. The person who can control their emotions becomes much harder to control. Imagine a fortress with one weak gate. If every enemy knows exactly where that gate is, where do you think they'll attack? Exactly there. Your emotions work the same way. This doesn't mean suppress your feelings, and it certainly doesn't mean you should never ask for help. It simply means your deepest emotional struggles deserve to be shared only with people who have truly earned your trust. The more control you have over your reactions, the less control others have over you. Remember, anyone can react. Very few people can remain calm. And sometimes, your greatest strength isn't the words you speak. It's the reaction you choose not to give. Protect your peace, because self-control is one of the rarest forms of power. Rule 9. Don't give everyone your complete trust. Trust is built over time. Yet many people make one costly mistake. They trust too quickly. Have you ever welcomed someone into your life, only to realize later that they became your greatest disappointment? That's because people change. Circumstances change, and not everyone is as genuine as they first appear. Trust should never be given all at once. It should be earned. One timeless lesson reminds us of this. Trust is something people prove they deserve, not something they automatically receive. When you hand someone complete trust too early, you also hand them the power to influence your decisions, to test your boundaries, or even to misuse your confidence. Imagine a bridge. If it allowed every heavy vehicle to cross without ever being tested, sooner or later it would collapse. Strong bridges survive because their strength is proven over time. Relationships work exactly the same way. Wisdom doesn't mean refusing to trust anyone. It means allowing trust to grow slowly, while paying more attention to actions than words. Remember, those who trust too quickly often break the fastest. But those who build trust patiently usually protect both their peace and their future. Trust is never measured by time alone. It's measured by consistency, and consistency always reveals the truth. Conclusion. If you've been paying close attention, you may have noticed that all 9 rules share one powerful message. None of them are about living in fear. None of them suggest hiding from the world. They're about making wise choices, choosing what to reveal, when to reveal it, and most importantly, who deserves to know. One of the greatest lessons from strategic thinking is simple. Not every piece of information belongs to every person, and not every relationship deserves unlimited access to your life. True wisdom isn't speaking less because you're afraid. It's speaking with purpose. Your greatest strength isn't found in how much you reveal. It's found in what you choose to protect. Set healthy boundaries. Build trust slowly. Protect your peace. And remember, some people are only meant to walk beside you for a chapter of your life. Others earn the right to stay for the entire journey. Learn the difference. Because silence is not weakness. Sometimes, it's the strongest strategy of all. And the person who learns to master themselves becomes someone the world can no longer manipulate. If you enjoyed this video and found these lessons valuable, don't forget to subscribe to Mind Matrix.